Okay, on section 6.2, here we're doing some terminology. So here for polynomial functions, the first term here, this is called the cubic term because it's to the third power. The squared term here, x squared term, this is called the quadratic term. This is what we spent 2 units on. Okay. The term where we have x to the first power, that's called the linear term. That's what you spent most of Algebra 1 talking about. And then the last term here is just a minus 9. There's no chance that that 9 is going to be anything other than a minus 9 ever because there's no variable attached to it. So we call that constant because it always remains the same. Okay. And then this number out in front here, this 4, this is called the leading coefficient. And we use that back in the quadratic unit to decide whether the quadratic opened up and down, whether it was wide or narrow. Okay? So then here for polynomials, first thing is the degree. The degree always matches the exponent of the term. So each of these terms has its own degree. This would be a third degree, second degree, first degree. And then technically this is x to the 0. So that would be the 0 degree. The degree of the entire polynomial function is determined by the term with the highest degree. So the highest degree on this one is 3, so that's a third degree polynomial. Okay. Standard form of a polynomial is when the terms are listed in descending order of degree and like terms are combined. Okay. And that's what we've been doing thus far. So let's look at a couple examples here. On example number 1, we have a squared term, x to the first, and a constant here. So this is a quadratic, a linear, and a constant term. So we have no like terms. So we can just go to the degree. The degree is second power on here, so it's a second degree. The whole function, since that's the highest power, is a second degree. On the second one here, looks like we can combine some like terms. So we have a cube here, and we have a cube here. So that's equal to 5x cubed. And then we have a squared here and a squared here, so that's minus 4x squared. And then we have a constant of plus 1. Highest degree here is 3, so this is a third degree. Okay. And then on number 3, combined up any like terms. Initially it looks like this is a fourth degree since the highest power is 4, but if you look, the fourth degree terms cancel out since they're the same, just opposites, and then we can combine our x's. You get 4x plus 1, so this is actually a first degree polynomial. Okay. On the bottom here, if we just go through and name these, if your polynomial was just a 6, that would be the 0 degree. That would be called a constant. Number of terms here is there's just one term, so this is called a monomial. Okay, that's called a monomial. The x plus 3, this, since the highest power is 1, that's a first degree. This is called linear. Number of terms here would be 2. We've got 2 terms here, x plus 2, and that's called a binomial. And the next one, the highest degree is 2, so that's second degree. The name for that would be quadratic. There's only one term, so that's monomial again. Okay. And then on your last one, the highest degree is 3, so this would be cubic. Since there are 1, 2, 3 terms in this, that would be called a trinomial. Okay. So that's the terminology, which we'll be using on the other side. And I'm going to finish this up in a second video.